I live in an area where many people come to retire. I don't know what calls to them. Maybe it's our beautiful beaches or the promise of golf every day. But it's a slower pace for like-minded citizens. Like-minded citizens. This is BethWe in the Koinonia Kitchen. And I want to talk to you today about like-minded citizens. Not really. I'm laughing at that last entry because when I say it, it means I live in Florida. It doesn't have to be an election year for you to know what that means. Check any political poll to see how the majority of citizens in Florida vote. And that will give you the background for this little thought rambling on not approval. Remember, what I'm about to tell you is a story that happened years ago. But the story still points to a way to get in touch with the closed-minded among us. So I wanted to share it with you. I met this woman who needed help. She had not had a drink in 3 years, but she told me that she did not accept her alcoholism. This really worried me because all lasting life changes basically start with acceptance. While we were talking, I noticed that she was wearing a badge on her lapel that spouted her political stance. And I used that information and I went to work. First, I took her hands in mine. You know, connection starts so quickly when human touch is concerned. Then I squinched up my face in mock concern and I told her, I have to tell you something very important and it might shock you. Her facial response was grave. She nodded. And I continued, I hate to be the one to have to tell you this, but there's a Democrat in the White House, and he's African American. She tilted her head as if relieved, and she said, I know that. And I said, you do? I almost squealed it because I was trying to lead her down my twisted path of enlightenment. You know that? And you accept it? And she nodded her head. And then I asked her the big question, but do you approve of it? Her head shook so hard I thought her earrings were going to fall off. And I smacked her right then with the truth. So you accept it, but you don't approve of it. Could that be what's going on with your alcoholism? I got to tell you, it was like watching a light bulb go on in her head. This understanding spread across her face. And it was quickly followed by peace. And then she started to cry. She got it. So why am I telling you that story? I want you to know this. Acceptance is not approval. I can accept things about reality that I don't like. When I confuse acceptance with approval, I get messed up. Let me say it again. Accepting a thing does not mean you approve of the thing or that you like the thing. It just means that you are powerless to change it on your own. When I try to make myself like a part of reality that I disdain, that's when I get in trouble. That's the point where insanity gets a foothold in the doorway of my mind, and I let it in with untruth. I wasn't being honest. When I try to make myself like something that I really disdain just to get along, I'm being dishonest. Do you get that? And with the dishonesty, the insanity can come right behind it. It's really important for me to remember that insanity and peace of mind are never neighbors. One of them always dominates the neighborhood. And when the neighborhood is in my mind, I want to have a choice in that. I choose peace. Okay, sometimes I only choose peace after insanity has beaten my butt. But I always know where home is. And eventually, I make my way there. Acceptance is not approval. Don't try to force it. Allow yourself to disagree with what is real. Allow yourself to not like what is real, but then move into acceptance. Because if it's not something you can change on your own, acceptance is the wise choice. I hope you're feeling better because you had a listen. Good Seed Podcast is powered by the BethWe nonprofit ministry based in Vero Beach, Florida. Our goal is to start the uncomfortable conversations that turn complacency into action and despair into hope. Connect, communicate, and thrive with us. Check us out online at BethWe.com.